Hey guys, hello everyone. Vladislav Svishenko here, and today in the first part of the video we'll sum up the results of the hyped crypto event Token 2049. Then I'll share my thoughts on altcoins with some new recommendations, and of course we'll talk about the coin of all coins, Ripple XRP, and why we might soon see it reach new highs. The video, as always, will be interesting, positive and useful. Right now, go ahead and smash a big, healthy, massive like in advance, and we'll get started. So guys, let's sum up one of the most hyped offline crypto events, Token 2049. This event takes place twice a year in Singapore and Dubai. I was actually there in Dubai just recently. One important thing I noticed was the absence of any hyped crypto projects at the booths. Most of the time the booths featured no-name projects as well as exchanges. It was the same story with the exchanges. There were a bunch more of no-name exchanges claiming to have been operating for 5 or 6 years, but supposedly somewhere in China or Korea. Basically, you get the idea. It was just a made-up story. Next, when it came to crypto projects, I noticed only one booth from an altcoin that we actually hold, Aptos, Omoko. And even that booth was rather modest, but still, at least it was there. After that, I had the chance to talk with various influencers, both from the CIS and from abroad. Thankfully, my English was good enough to get by. So based on what I heard, even among crypto influencers, the belief in a moonshot, in a meme season or in an alt season has already started to waver, and many are now ready to sell their portfolios if they can at least break even or at least get 50 to 70% back in order to reduce their portfolio risk and to keep their nerves in check. In my case, I'm set for either dust or the moon. We've already been through these kinds of ups and downs, these periods of waiting, and we've already witnessed that very alt season. I think that soon we'll see those very interesting fair values for crypto. And of course, many consider the main reason for such prices on the market to be the arrival of Donald Trump in Venezuela, who, by the way, has already gone down in history as one of the worst presidents in his first 100 days in office. You messed up and now nobody needs you anymore. You deserved it. Let's hope Donald Trump will soon improve these statistics. So let's move on to our brushes. Oh, oops, I meant altcoins. So, considering that there really aren't any new projects or new coins appearing right now, and what's the point of paying attention to some no-name projects when there are plenty of well-known coins that in turn have already dropped by more than 90%. As they say, no matter where you look, you'll hit a coin like that, an altcoin like that, or a meme coin like that. This week, I decided to buy 5 more crypto projects to average out my position, so to speak, with hope, faith, and love for the moon. So, the first coin is called Aptos, whose booth I actually saw at the Token 2049 conference. Let me remind you, we made a pretty good profit on Aptos at one point. We did a 5x. When it first launched, the price went from about $3 nos to over 15. After that, I re-entered this coin at around $5 or $6. And then when I saw it hit about $14, I sold part of my holdings again. Today, Aptos is worth about $5, and in my opinion, that's once again a fair price to re-enter this blockchain project. Let me remind you, all these blockchain projects used to launch back in 2017-2018 with the slogan, "We are the Ethereum killers." Fortunately, such slogans are no longer around, but still, when it comes to blockchain projects, you can sometimes find some good ones here. If we draw an analogy with its sibling project, Sui in this case, Aptos is lagging a little behind. As for Sui, over the past month, it has bounced back by about 100%. But in the case of Aptos, the growth is only around 10%. That's why I personally prefer Aptos, and let's hope that soon it will start catching up to its older brother in terms of market capitalization. Next, the second and third coins are from the L2 sector, or to put it simply, or in our own words, the sucker sector, because that's exactly how it's behaving in the current market. So far, not a single L2 project has made us happy, but still there's hope. How could we do without it? That this might happen soon. As of today, I prefer to average my position with Starknet, which is already, come on man, get up. Where are you falling? It's already reached the level where the funds got in. If you calculate the average cost, the fund's entry price was around 10 cents. And as of today, Starknet has come close to about these values. Even if you imagine an average position and it shoots up somewhere closer to $2, the price at which Starknet was trading when it got listed, that would already be a real multiple X return. And maybe, just maybe more, in our wild crypto dreams, we'll see new all-time highs. Next, the third coin is this K-Sync. Let me remind you, it had a dog of an airdrop. This is in NL2 with a different solution using Ezekiel rollup technology. And right now, it's also already trading below the price at which the funds got in. According to available information, the funds entered at around 10 cents, but currently, Zexync is worth about 5 cents. All in all, we're living in interesting times. In this cryptocurrency market, not only ordinary people got burned, but even the funds who ended up buying coins at the top and are still stuck holding them in lockup. So, in this case, it's actually more profitable to just go and buy them on the market. That way, you'll have your coins in your hands, and if there's a pump, at any moment, you'll be able to get rid of them. The fourth coin is Wormhole. There's also an interesting situation with it. Right now, the price is about 3 times lower than the level at which the funds entered. There were massive investments, $225 million, and the investors' hopes didn't come true. In this case, I decided to buy more of this coin, hoping for some big gains. In simple terms, Wormhole is a cross-chain protocol for interacting with various blockchains. Overall, it's time for this protocol to start interacting with blockchains more efficiently and for the admins to finally start pumping this token. And the last token for today, which looks really disappointing, is Ironfish. This is yet another blockchain project that people had pretty high hopes for, but it's been dragged down so much that it now seems like a complete scam. Among its investors are Andreessen Horowitz, Electric Capital, and Sequoia Capital. And honestly, I just can't understand how in the last funding round they managed to raise over $20 million with the coin priced at around $5. As of today, Ironfish is worth just a little over 10 cents. So if we assume that this is a scam, then yes, it's a loss, and we can only hope that other investments will make up for this negative. But if we assume that one of the funds that invested will actually take charge of this project, then there could be some huge returns. In that case, I continue to average my position and just for fun, add a little more to this coin whenever it finds a new bottom. To sum up, I told you about 5 coins that I've been buying more of recently. But overall, if you look at the market, no matter where you turn, you can hit some altcoin or meme coin that has dropped by more than 90%. If it's not a complete scam, then in my opinion, some of these coins will survive. And finally, we'll get to see those coveted multiples in good positions. Let's hope that the portfolio we've put together will follow the example of XRP, which we'll talk about next. And in turn, it will reward us with those multiples. And finally, let's talk about the altcoin of all altcoins, the one I've bet on in this cycle, and which has already delighted us with its multiples. That is, of course, XRP. And in my opinion, the values we're seeing now are not the limit. And of course, in the wildest dreams of all, XRP holder reptilians, the second spot on CoinMarketCap, which we might reach in the near future. So just recently, information surfaced that the CEO of Ripple is planning to buy Circle, the company that issues the second most popular stablecoin, USDC. The deal was originally worth $5 billion, and Circle in turn sent XRP to those same 3 letters. After that, the next offer came in at $20 billion. And now it seems the deal is already in its final stages of completion. In short, just think about these numbers for a moment. This isn't some kind of hocus pocus, not just a coin with a 20 billion market cap, but real cash, yes, which Circle will actually receive, and which in turn Ripple actually has on hand. I assume this will be a kind of strategic merger with the stablecoin that Ripple has already launched. This is RLUSD, which currently has a market capitalization of around $300 million. In general, all these large-scale decisions, acquisitions, and strategic partnerships by Ripple could soon lead the XRP token to new all-time highs, which frankly, I wish for each of us. So guys, leave your feedback in the comments. How did you like this video overall, and was it useful to you? Write what you think about the coins I mentioned. Should we expect huge gains? Or are these just stinky scams? I'm really interested to read your opinions. If you liked the video, if it was useful to you, give it a big like, subscribe, and hit the bell. You'll find links to my useful Telegram channels in the description. You definitely need to be there. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you all. Hugs. Take care. Bye.